Ohio State is going to come hard. And what I mean by coming hard, you've seen how opportunistic that defensive line for Ohio State is, and those linebackers. They get to the ball so freaking quick. It reminds me of Georgia's defense 3 years ago when literally the ball is snapped, you pitch it on a sweep, because you were saying some of the plays Notre Dame could potentially use against Ohio State are sweeps. They haven't been able to, a lot of teams haven't been able to sweep on Ohio State, period, nor can they run in the A gap or the B gap because their defensive linemen are just so aggressive with clogging those holes until they don't give another team an opportunity to even make those type of pivotal blocks that they need to make to open up those lanes. Now, if Notre Dame can keep this thing close, let me just say this. If Notre Dame can keep this thing close in the sense that if they can keep this game within 10 points, even 14 points between the first and the fourth quarters, and they can bring it even closer within 10 points by the time the first or fourth quarter come around, it'll be an interesting game because Notre Dame will have the ability to be able to exploit certain things that they need to exploit because Marcus Freeman and his staff is not going to show Ohio State everything in the first and second quarters, as we know, right? And I think the same is going to go for Ohio State. They're not going to show their hand on the first and second quarters. It depends on the adjustments that are going to be made at halftime, and it depends on which team adjusts the best. And thirdly, Al Golden's defense, man, it's just been spectacular.
Yep.
I can just keep speaking on it and speaking on it. Al Golden is spectacular. What he's brought to this defense and what he's brought to those young guys at Notre Dame. He's brought a tenacity. Let's just say, I'm trying to find a word. And that defense has been just so opportunistic throughout this college football playoff to match up against Ohio State's offense and Will Howard. Will Howard is going to have to play a mistake-free game tonight as well, because if he makes mistakes, that may be the end for Ohio State. So this game is just that good leading up to the point where these two teams kick off and they start to play against each other, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I am too.